Hi guys, Crochet and Connect here. Coming to you today finally with a finished object and just a few other things I wanted to talk about. So first of all, the stocking I was working on. So just a reminder, a couple of years ago I made my first daughter this snowman one. And then so I was trying to make a sort of matching one but in a different character for my new daughter, who is now 6 months old. She's growing so fast. So I decided to try a penguin one, and it is now complete. Kind of regretting making one that's such a dark color, but for some reason I didn't think until this was almost complete of doing a polar bear. I think a polar bear would have been really cute matched with the snowman, but too late now. So this, it took so long, not just because I didn't have much time, but also because I had so much trouble doing the face. It was a journey. Um, so the basic black stocking with the blue cuff was no problem. And then the face, I spent hours upon hours looking up different types of penguin patterns online just so I could use the pattern for the face part to get the face shape. But none of them were working out for me. None of them were turning out looking right. None of them were turning out the right size. I don't know. Nothing was working for me. So I got so fed up that I was just going to do 2 white circles with the button eyes and just leave it at that instead of doing like the whole white face. So I did the 2 circles and I laid them out on the stocking. I laid the buttons on and everything. And I was looking at it and I was like, wait a minute. To get that typical penguin face, I could just stitch the 2 circles together and then keep crocheting just straight rows underneath it. So that's what I did, and that's how it turned out. And then I just sewed it on. I don't think I sewed it on completely straight, but it's close enough. And then I just did the scarf to match the snowman scarf. And voila, it is complete. And I also had a hard time deciding what kind of nose I wanted. I got this from an amigurumi penguin pattern I found online. It was actually, I think on that penguin pattern it was supposed to be a stuffed nose, but I just kept it flat. I was also considering just doing a flat triangle nose and like sewing it on flat, kind of like the snowman nose. But then, I don't know, I just kind of liked a sticking out nose, so I went with that. I also had a lot of trouble finding my orange yarn for some reason. Like, I'm pretty sure, because this is Red Heart Super Saver in carrot, I think. So I had a skein of carrot and a skein of pumpkin, and I'm pretty sure I didn't finish either of them completely. I should still have some of each, but I can't find them anywhere. And then I just found this scrap of like bright orange, bulky, I don't know where it came from, yarn. And I just used that. So yeah, this stocking was an adventure. But I'm so glad to finally have that done and out of the way and done in time for Christmas. So just in case anybody is wondering, I did show it before when I did the snowman stocking. But I did get the pattern for the stocking itself from this 2013 holiday issue of Crochet World magazine. And I used the Let It Snow stocking pattern, but I did the cuff in just straight rounds instead of the scalloped edge. And then I just did faces instead of the snowflakes, and did them solid color. So there is that. And I have stockings for me and my husband that I made from this pattern as well. Also straight cuffs and just Christmas colors. So yeah. So that is that. Also, I just wanted to discuss these hooks I showed in a previous video that I found at a Goodwill store. I tried to use one of them for that stocking. I believe I was using the H hook. So first of all, the sizes they have on the hooks are not consistent with other brands. So here it says H is 5.5, but in the boy hooks I have the I is 5.5 millimeter. I think, I don't know, I found them just slightly off. The G is 5mm, but I think in the boy, the G is like 4.5mm and H is 5mm. I don't know. So the sizing is slightly off. And then I was having a huge problem using this hook because the lip under the hook is not deep at all. It's barely cut out at all, and the part that is cut out is very like bumpy and uneven, like jagged. That's the word. It's very jagged under there, so it was snagging on the yarn and ripping the yarn and splitting the yarn, and it just was unusable. So I don't know if the rest of the hooks are like that. I don't know if these hooks are going to be able to be used at all. That's quite possibly why somebody got rid of them at the thrift store. So I don't know. I'll have to try out some more hooks and see and update you on that. That's very disappointing. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I'm very disappointed. So yeah. So future projects. You may remember last year I made little crochet, just flat like motif ornaments for Halloween to hang in my front window. And I was going to do the same for Christmas, but I never got around to it. So this year, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to make actual Christmas ornaments, but I at least want to crochet a few snowflakes to hang in my window. I have a lot of patterns in various magazines for like thread snowflakes, so I might try to make some of those in regular yarn with a bigger hook to get big snowflakes and hang them in my big window. I have not chosen a pattern yet, but when I do, when I get started on that, I'll show them in another video. And then I'm also going to get started on this shawl. I've been wanting to get started on it all year, but I've been wanting to finish the stocking first, and that took me so long. So I wanted this shawl to be done for fall. Now fall is like almost over. The snow is coming soon here, so, but yeah. So this is actually a knit shawl in Bernat Satin Sparkle. I have all the yarn for this. I bought it like over a year ago. Like literally, I think I finished buying all the supplies for this last summer, like summer 2018, and I never got around to it yet. So I'm finally going to get around to that. I haven't knitted in a very long time, so I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we will see. This is the chevron shawl, and there are some stitches in here that I have never done before, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So we'll see how that goes, and I will talk about my progress and beginning experience with it in a future video, hopefully a very near future video. And I just wanted to show this little purchase. I bought the December issue of Crochet World magazine, which is out on newsstands now. Very exciting. 11-year-old Jonah Larson from Jonah's Hands is in this issue, and he actually designed this Afghan on the cover here. I wish I could have been a child crochet prodigy. But yeah, so he is in here, and there are tons of cute patterns in here. You know how I am with my Christmas patterns. I love collecting all the Christmas patterns. So there's a lot of things in here I would actually use if I had the time. But yeah, there's a lot of cute things I wanted to show. I definitely, where is it? I really should have bookmarked some before I started this video. I definitely want to make this, is it a pot holder or a coaster? Oh, it's a dishcloth. Either. I really want to make this dishcloth. It's super cute. I might actually just use it as an ornament in my window. So yeah, so that's super cute. And there's like children's mittens in here that I want to make, and there's like a baby ball. I don't know if we'll get around to that before my baby's not a baby anymore. So many cute things. There is actually a guy's hat, which you don't see very often, so that's a pretty cool hat. It's a good pattern to have on hand, and I love this hat. So pretty. I don't know, I have a thing for slouchy hats with like nice designs. So I might make that sometime. And these cup cozies are so cute. And I actually do have that gray yarn. That's a Caron Simply Soft Tweeds. I have that left over from the Afghan I made my friend. So I actually could make that if I wanted to. And I actually do have a wooden button like that. I don't know where I got it from. I think I found it somewhere and threw it in my button collection. So I might have to make that. And these are the children's mittens I love. They're super cute. They actually come in adult sizes too. There's instructions for adult sizes. So that's a good pattern to have. There's the baby ball I was talking about. That's super cute. And I really like this football too. So yeah, so there's just a whole bunch of cute things in here. None of those are very Christmassy, but what were the other Christmas things in here that I liked? Oh, this cushion is really pretty. What page is it on? 44. That is a really pretty cushion, and that would look really good on my gray couch. I have a gray sectional. So I kind of want to make a couple of those and take them out during the Christmas season. And there's also a really nice Afghan in here. I do definitely want to make a Christmas Afghan someday. I'm not going to get to it this year, but someday I want to make one that I can take out every year at Christmas. And that one is gorgeous. And there's just a couple of thread crochet things in here. Oh, there's another nice throw. I like that throw. It's so pretty. Yeah. So not a whole lot of like Christmas specific things. There's a Christmas table runner made in thread. You know how I am about thread. I'm not a big fan. There's just mostly a lot of clothing. There's cowls and shawls and scarves mostly in here. But yeah, so I thought that was a pretty good issue to have, so I picked that up. When is it on display? On display till December 23rd. So you have until then to pick it up from newsstands, or you can buy it on the Crochet World website as well. Not Spawn. I wish they sponsored me, but no Spawn. And then I just wanted to briefly talk about this. My husband and I were at the library, and he found me this yarn documentary tomorrow. It was so neat. They interviewed different yarn artists, mostly knitters. There were some crocheters. But different yarn artists in different countries. So there were a lot of subtitles. You have to do a lot of reading if you watch this, because there were people speaking like Icelandic and I forget what other languages. And there were people speaking English, but they had like really thick accents. So they had subtitles as well. So this does require a lot of reading, but it was really neat to watch. There were people doing like yarn street art, installations in museums and stuff. One lady did this knitted, I think she knitted it out of nylon. It's this big, I don't know if you can see it clearly enough, but it was like a big bouncy like playground thing for children made out of like nylon like rope, but knitted. And she also knitted, there's like these hangy balls, I don't know if you can see them, but like this knit rope around these balls that the kids can like sit on and swing and stuff. It was so cool. There was a girl that went swimming in a knitted mermaid tail. Just a whole bunch of like, just this whole documentary is just about really different things that people do with yarn. There was also, I forget what country it was in, Denmark, I believe. There was a like circus kind of show, kind of like a Cirque du Soleil, like acrobatic kind of show, where a lot of the props that they used were like made out of knitting. So it was just really neat. So yeah, that was a fun watch, and I thought I would share that in case anybody's able to get their hands on it. I don't know where you would get it. We just happened to come across it at the library, so there's that. And yeah, so I think that is all I have to talk about in this video today. As always, I hope to get more crochet done soon so I can not have so much time between videos. I want to get more videos out, but I need to get more crochet done. So yeah, so I'm going to sign off here and go do some crochet, or no, knitting, because I want to get started on that shawl. And I will come back soon with my progress on it. And so I hope everybody's having a good fall, and happy crafting.